Hi. I was listening to a speaker just recently and they were talking about what happens when you roll the dice and the different perspectives you might have depending on where you're sitting and looking at that dice. So imagine if you roll the dice, what do you see? Well, you see 5, I see 2. And that, I think, is a fantastic metaphor around perspective and the perspectives we might have about the same thing, yet we have different views or interpretations or understandings. And one of the things I think that just really was a light bulb for me is if we're looking at something, asking the question, how do you see this? How does this make sense for you? And if you're seeing 5 and I'm seeing 2, how do we add that up to make 7? But how do we add that up to be meaningful for us both? And how do we make sure that we are on the same page and talking about the dice, but not always just about our own number that shows up? I thought that was a fantastic metaphor or analogy and really worth sitting down and thinking about particularly when you might have to give some feedback and it might be around something that's not gone so well and you're not too sure how to start that conversation. So start with questions. How do you see this situation? Well, let me share with you how I saw it. Both is right, both is valid. So how do we then find information out of both of our perspectives that we can use in order to make even better sense of, to find solutions to move forward? I think this whole analogy about our different perspectives and what side of the dice we see was just brilliant. I'd really love to know your thoughts on this. Roll the dice, see how you go. Bye for now.